Y'all, I am back trying it again. Hopefully, this worked this time and somebody can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Lord have mercy. See, this live stuff, I'm not really good at. Now, that pre recording stuff, I got that down. I got that down. But this live stuff, I really be struggling. And the cheering do it so easy. Cheering, that's a word we're going to go over tonight. Yo, we're not going to go into introduction. We've already done that. Excuse me. I've been talking for a while, so this is my second take. So I'm just going to jump back in. Hopefully you guys can hear me, and we're just going to get into our conversation. Before I do, I want you guys to take a minute, like, comment, subscribe to our channel. We can be found on here, right here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, as well as Twitter. Keep up with our notifications so you don't miss anything. I look forward to releasing a book this coming year, and we have brand new products that will be coming out very soon. I have an amazing team of people behind me that are working with me to make this show better and better every day. So I would like to add you to the number. First of all, before I go any further, let me back up and I'm going to say it again. I would like to thank those of you who have given monetarily and financially to this platform that have helped us grow and that have helped us sustain ourselves, that have helped us add equipment, that have just given us suggestions on commentary, topics, and subjects. Those of you who have even traveled near and far to come and to be on this platform, I am so delighted and glad that you are. Somebody in the comment section, hit me down below and let me know if you can hear me down below, because I don't want to go any further if you can. All right, now that you've taken a minute, I've given you some time to like, comment, and subscribe. I would like for you to apologize to you. The Noble Vibe, I created this show because I wanted to produce something of quality. Those of you who know me know that I have extreme OCD. I always want things to be a certain way. I want to present them and make sure that they are good. Thank you, Terrence. I love you. I miss you. I want to make sure that I present my very best. So I did a part 2 of the Pretty in Pink show, and that didn't come out at all like I was supposed to. So I just had to just kind of back up a minute, get with my team and say, hey, what am I doing wrong? What can I do to correct this issue? Because I really want the show to be of good quality. I don't want to put out any junk. I can always sit on my porch or sit in my living room and have my hair sticking up on top of my head and have bad lighting and I can always do that, but I don't want to do that. First of all, when you big, there are different rules for you. That's first of all. You can't do what skinny people do. And what skinny people get away with, you can't get away with. So if I came on the intranets and tried to do that, y'all would drag me for fear. And I'm never here for that. So I always want to present my best foot forward, and that includes being on this platform. So y'all, I just want to jump right into this topic. Thanksgiving is coming up. It is my absolutely favorite holiday. I think right after my birthday and right after the 4th of July, because I love the 4th of July because of the fireworks. But Thanksgiving, of course, for obvious reasons, is my most favorite Thanksgiving. And yes, it has everything to do with the food. Yes, the food. It's not just the idea of just eating and being gluttonous. It's the love, the time, and the care, the energy that people put into the food. Have you ever watched somebody who is the main cooker for Thanksgiving prepare food, especially in a Black home? Oh my God. First of all, today is what? Today is Tuesday. So if your house is not already smelling like herbs and spices, if your house is not smelling like sweet potato, then you may need to get on the phone, find you a Black friend, and find you somewhere to go for Thanksgiving. Because by now on Tuesday, something has been boiled, something has been peeled, something has been chopped. There is some prep going on in these houses to prepare for this meal. This, along with Christmas, but Thanksgiving more than Christmas, I would say, is one of the times of the year where people just put so much energy into preparing a meal for their families. And it's not just women, it's men too. It's the love, it's the caring, it's the attention. Now, me, my love language is words of affirmation. I love when people put thought into what they say. So to me, for somebody to put thought into how they present something to you, especially in that particular meal, that means a lot. So that's why that was a long version rabbit hole of why Thanksgiving means so much to me. Now, we know Thanksgiving historically has meant that families come from near and far to gather together on this special day. Now, this year, the year of all years, 2020, we have all experienced this. We are having to think of different strategies and different methods of how we're going to gather and how we're going to celebrate this particular holiday. Some of us are just going to just get big, outside venues and just social distance while we continue to gather. Some of us are gathering in smaller sections, maybe with a more intimate or our immediate family, and then some of us are not going out at all. Well, however you choose to gather, whether it be virtual or in person, just be safe. I would never presume to tell somebody what the right way to do it is, because everybody has free choice and you have the ability to make the right decision for your life. Just be safe and be where we can see you next year. All right. So the one topic that I wanted to talk about before we go into our topic, definitely let me backtrack, because so many people are, we want to be mindful and soberly acknowledge those who are going through different things this year. So you are in our prayers. And we also want to celebrate those of you who are celebrating milestones this year. This is your first Thanksgiving as a couple. I've seen so many couples get engaged and get married, and it's so wonderful. I've seen so many people have babies. I've seen so many people change careers. So much excitement is going on. So this is really a time that we have so much to be grateful for, even if what we are grateful for are memories. We want to, just celebrate those. But even in our gathering, family is the most complicated thing on the face of the earth. Yes, it is. And if anybody tell you different, they lying. We always love our family, but we don't like them all the time. Family is very complicated. Now, Jesus keep me near the cross on this subject, because I am the poster child right now in this season for complicated relationships with family members. Now, I love every last one of them, but I just want to give you 3 quick tips on how to approach your Thanksgiving event. Okay. Here is the first one. Don't go to your family gathering, if you are going, hangry. Don't do it. You need to nibble on something, preferably something chocolate, because chocolate is sweet. It gives you a burst of energy. Or if you want to have a small meal, do not go there hungry. Put a peppermint in your mouth, do something. Because baby, when that sugar drop and that cousin show up and say something snippy to you and you ain't got to turn the other cheek in your spirit, you don't need that hangry adding on to it. So that's your first tip. Do not go being around a bunch of family members hungry. Eat something so you don't get hangry. Okay? Put something on your stomach so your blood sugar don't drop. Y'all know how y'all get. Eat a Snickers. Y'all know how y'all get. The second step is you need to sit down right now if you're going to be around a whole bunch of family members, and you need to set boundaries in your own head. Okay. What are you willing to tolerate? And what are you willing? You're just going to draw a clear line through it. Set those up in your head. And then what I want you to do is develop auto responses. Yes, develop auto responses. So if somebody says slick, create something in your head that you can say that's nice and that will start something at the gathering. That's the second one. Create auto responses. And then lastly, I want you to remember to not engage Do not engage. Smile, breathe, and walk away. Now, 2020 has been something else. The last thing you need to do is go in unprepared, because you know that this year is one of those years, and somebody is going to say something super ignorant that has something to do with bigotry, politics, or homophobia. Somebody's going to say something and it's going to tick you off. So just breathe, smile, and walk away. Those are your 3 tips for surviving this holiday season. And I promise you, those 3 tips will cover everything else that could possibly happen. Now, I always wonder, what is the etiquette to these family gatherings? Do Black families or any families, well, I know formal families have, there's an etiquette of who eats first and who doesn't eat first. Well, you would think that the elders would eat first. Anybody over 70, we call elders in the Black home. Grown folk is anybody that you call sir, or you call ma'am, or, anybody over 30 that's been on the macaroni and cheese for 10 years is a grown person. And then you got your youngins and your children, and that's anybody who don't have their name on their bill, or who don't pay their own bills, or who think they grown. Okay? So those 3 categories with people, I would think the elders eat first, but you never know. When you're hungry and when you've been expecting this meal all year, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. So just be mindful of your etiquette, ladies and gentlemen. We know we haven't, and then it's compounded because we have not seen one another in so long. So if some of you are gathering and you're going to, be with one another, then just be mindful of one another. Give honor where honor is due. Don't be late. You are considered late if you walk in after the prayer. So don't be late. When you come in, speak to the elders. Make sure you give them honor where honor is due, and enjoy your day. Now, I am so excited about the prospect of big mamas. This year, I feel like so many new big mamas are being established. And when I say big mama, I mean the matriarch, the female matriarch of the family. The one who people go to when they need advice, when they need comfort, the one they look to when somebody die. Big mama always want, she got the insurance policy, so she gonna bury you. Big mama is the house you eat over. So many, those lines where we knew them as kids have been redrawn. So we got new big mamas. We got young women now, 30 and they 40s. These are new big mamas now who are coming. So I'm excited about really the young people this season. This is what I'm most grateful for. I'm excited for the young people, and I'm excited for this new generation that's being established. I hope they macaroni and cheese tastes as good as Big Mama or Madia's. So I want to go over some funny things with you that you haven't heard about a Black Thanksgiving. Now, you haven't had a Black Thanksgiving. This is when you know you haven't had a Black Thanksgiving. Excuse me, I'm talking too fast. You haven't had a Black Thanksgiving until you reminisce about every dead person sitting around the table. That's so true. One thing we do as Black people is we remember and we reflect. And we honor those who have gone before us, and we hold a certain fondness for them. And I think every family does this. That doesn't have to do with race, but I think we just sit around the table and we're just more outspoken about it. We do honor, especially when it comes to food, especially when we're remembering things, different tastes, different smells, different things kind of trigger your memory. So as you're having these experiences, you kind of tend to, go down memory lane. Here's another one. You haven't had a Black Thanksgiving until you talked about Jesus and somebody in some form of another has cussed somebody out. Now, that's the truth. Whether you Christian or not, some of y'all curse better than people who actually saying curse words. But you have not had a Thanksgiving until you have prayed to Jesus and then you done cuss somebody out. I'm telling you. Number 3, you haven't had a Black Thanksgiving until you openly reviewed the food and discussed who brought it. Now that is definitely true. Until you have openly said, "Oh, this is good," or "Girl, hey, I don't know why we do that, but we do it." Until that happens, you have not had a Black Thanksgiving. All right, and then the next one, until somebody shows up with a date that nobody knows. OMG. Now this happens a lot. My brother used to do this all the time. I call them randoms. And then you get all these family photos with women he done dated in the past, and he mad. At one point, I just said to one of my brothers, I'm like, "Hey, can you just not bring anybody home until you're absolutely serious that you're going to marry him? Because this is ridiculous. We got a collage of your girlfriend." So, yeah, that happens. And I'm wondering how often that happens in other cultures as well. All right, so you haven't had a Black Thanksgiving until somebody unbuckles something, takes off their shoes, and falls asleep. Now that's a sign that the food was good. Now, if you don't put them in that either state, then your food might not have been good. Now, survival tips. Let's go for that. Let's do some of that. Now, you already know that somebody is going to call you for ice, so leave early. You already know it. They do it every year. Just leave early. Somebody gonna call for ice, so just leave early. Don't be late. Okay, and we already talked about being late. Now, if you late, that's after the prayer. Now, if you're late, the consequences of being late, you might be subjected to that second-rate macaroni and cheese cousin Tanya brought that don't nobody want to eat. So don't be late. Because Big Mama done pulled Uncle Ralph plate already because he at work and he gonna come by for it on his lunch break. So that's the only resource of that original mac you got. But Big Mamas, y'all new Big Mamas, make sure y'all make more than one pan, because if you know your stuff good, people gonna need more than one pan. Okay? Now, let me say this. Do not assign the macaroni and cheese and the potato salad to novice cooks. Those are not novice dishes, and those will get you talked about. So the macaroni and cheese and the potato salad need to be with somebody who we know cook good. Okay? Now, if you can't stand hearing your ex name called, the one everybody used to like, just tell everybody they died. Okay? Just tell everybody they died. Oh my goodness, we can go on and on about this every day. Now, don't bring something that's gluten-free, that's vegan. Don't do that. Stick with traditional dishes. If you're a vegan or you have to eat a certain way, bring your food for yourself and bring enough that somebody else can have it, although nobody else may eat that. Okay? Just bring your own food. If you're vegan, nobody have time for you to sit there and talk about what you don't eat, because you knew what you don't eat before you came now. And you knew what we were serving because we served the same thing last year. Okay? Listen. Black Thanksgiving are the most enriching, the most entertaining, the most fulfilling experiences that you will ever have. Now, we just went over a few of them, but you know what? As the day goes closer, what I want you guys to do is to hit us up with some video of your Black Thanksgiving experience, and then we're going to cover all of them in review. So, in this week, coming Thanksgiving, please hit our page up under this post with your Black Thanksgiving Christmas. Tell us about some of the dishes that was created, some of the experiences, some of the unique features that actually happen in your home with your family. Yes, family, it is complicated, but you know what? We are excited about this Thanksgiving. We are grateful. Are you thankful or are you thankless? This has been, as always, a great pleasure sitting here talking with you guys. I love my time with you. I am excited to see your posts. Again, we want to take some time and give you the opportunity. If you would like to give and become a partner of this brand, please do so. You can give over on PayPal at thenoblevibe@gmail.com, as well on Cash App with I am Gigi Renee. Just in the memo line, put for The Noble Vibe. I am so excited about you partnering with us. Please like and please share. And we look to see you next week.